Hey, it's the Empire, Geoboxing Empire, Baxter Boxing. Now, Rigondeaux's coach has some words from Lomachenko, man, and I'm gonna read a quote for you guys. It says Rigondeaux's coach warns Lomachenko is not at this pound for pound level. Now, Rigondeaux's coach is Pedro Diaz, and he's making statements towards Bob Arum. Bob Arum is saying he made a comment saying Lomachenko is the best since Ali. He That's what Barium said, man. And Pedro Diaz basically said that was disrespectful to Ali, and like he doesn't have a competition level to compare himself to Ali. So I'm a um I'm gonna read another quote for you guys. It says, "That's the biggest disrespect I heard from a promoter. How are you going to compare Lomachenko to Ali? He's trying to sell Lomachenko, but I'm not going to buy into Lomachenko with Ali. That's disrespectful." Diaz told George Arbro. So yeah, man. Basically, he says comparing him to Ali is sort of disrespectful, and you know, that's his opinion, man. Now, in my opinion, every generation, man, you're gonna have fans like certain fighters, and every era is gonna have a fighter that represents the era, man. And my opinion is, just stay in your era, and people are gonna respect you, obviously. But to start comparing people to other eras, I don't think that's disrespectful. But at the same time, it's sort of dismissive of how great the guy really was in his own era. I think he should be left alone so people don't forget how great he really was. When you start saying this guy is better than the last guy generation, or you saying he's already at some other guy's level from last generation and he was at the pinnacle of the sport, it sort of plays down his, how important he really was, whoever you're talking about. So when you're talking about Ali or Tyson, you said, "Oh, this guy's next Mike Tyson," or "This guy's next Ali." It sort of it downplays how good Ali and Tyson really were, and I think you should just keep them separate to give them the respect they deserve, so they always be remembered. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it. I think people we shouldn't forget like the past and about how great the fighters were, and you can be as good as you are, man. You can just be yourself. You don't need to be compared to the old greats. You can just make your own career and your own legacy. So that's how I feel about that, man. I mean, a lot of people know about Ali, Tyson, stuff like that, but there's many fighters that people don't mention, you know, like Robinsons and the old heavyweights before Ali's and the Tysons and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think people shouldn't forget about the past, man. And when you start comparing these new fighters to old fighters, some people may not comprehend how good they really were. I mean, it's always a good reference call, but so maybe people might hear a fighter they never heard before, but comparing Lomachenko to Ali, man, I don't even think that was a smart move, just because I mean I know it may not. I mean, Lomachenko's just not at the same weight class for one. Maybe you should compare him to whoever is around his weight. That makes more sense. But plus, I mean, the route they went is two completely different ones. Lomachenko, he doesn't have that many fights, but he's going up the rankings. You can't really compare a heavyweight, because heavyweight stays in one division the whole career, to like a lighter weight class person who fights many weight classes. So this is different, man. This is different. So yeah, man. That was Pedro Diaz's statement, man. He says he's not pound for pound uh, like Rigondeaux. I'm gonna read one more quote for you guys. It says, "I don't know why he's listed as such, because Lomachenko still has to learn a lot to get in the level of Rigondeaux, pound for pound. When you talk about boxing art, competitive quality, a warrior who thinks, who moves well at distances, then we talk about Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, Mikey Garcia, Terrence Crawford, and Rigondeaux. And then much later, we talk about Lomachenko," Diaz said. So I don't know about that statement. I think Rigondeaux can fight at all distances pretty well. You know, every for most fighters, besides Andre Ward, fighting inside is really hard for fighters, man. You know, he did have problems with Salido fighting him in the inside. But I think Rigondeaux will have the same problems as well. I see Rigondeaux get bullied one time, and really, he really can't throw a combination together. Really, I can't. In the inside, I can't really see him throwing a combination together when someone's pressuring him. So I mean, it goes both ways, really. Rigondeaux has I'm not sure about his inside game, but he's moved so well. Good luck getting there. Rigondeaux has a different approach to his inside game. When he throws punches, he won't just sit there and then catch and shoot. He'll just actually just sit there and just dodge punches. There's times where Rigondeaux would just move his head left and right, and he'd be right in front of you, and then he just hit you with like one power shot. So Rigondeaux has a different approach to fighting it inside. Usually, people when they get it inside, they have their hands up, and then they're trying to dodge punches, catch and shoot. But Rigondeaux, he just does it things a little differently, you know. But I still think the weakest part of Rigondeaux's and Lomachenko's game is the inside game. So yeah, man. But anyway, man, those are Pedro Diaz's comments, man. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. Geobossing Empire. Peace. Bossing Empire.